official Junky Spot review. Today I have the Fallen Doll Force, which is the Fox Anthro doll. I'm really excited to show you guys because I know the Anthro market's kind of out there. Like, a lot of people are really into the Anthro dolls, so I'm really excited to go ahead and share this one with you. And before I start, let me go ahead and give you a few specs. Actually comes in two different colors. It comes in a white and a light gray. You can buy it blank, and there are some offered with a face-up. It takes a 16mm eye, which are not included, and it stands at 30 centimeters. The ear length is at 3.5 centimeters. Head is going to be a 7 to 8 inch head, and we've got a chest that's at 12 centimeters chest. Waist is at 10.5. Hips are at 14, and we've got feet that are 3.8 centimeters. So taking a closer look at this guy here, so you'll notice it's got very fox-like features with the long ears here. It has a really cute side profile here with the little nose, little muzzle that sticks out there. If you really look at it up close, you can see that it's even got the little nose there too, little triangle shaped nose. The shapes of the eyes are really nice too. I like how they're kind of like slanted-y, almond-y shaped. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of our head, because you'll notice it's actually strung very similar to that of our Hoodoo dolls. And basically you've got two strings here. And I'm gonna forewarn you, because before I made this video, I accidentally pulled out the strings and the strings went into the body. So they come pretty well strung, guys, so be very careful with your strings. But you'll see that there's two strings here. That's because this one is a huge loop that goes all the way down to the foot for one. That's one leg. This one is the other leg, and it goes all the way down for this leg. And there's one separate loop of elastic that's for the arms. Basically, when you take these strings off, this piece will still be strung, the arms will still be strung, because it's just one loop of elastic. So it's kind of like standard dolls and how they're strung, except they have one string for one leg and one string for the other leg. And they're being held on by being placed onto these pegs. So you're going to have to essentially either maneuver around them, or you're going to have to carefully take them off and hold them in place when you're putting in eyes. The head cap is very simple. It's got the two pegs here that fit into these two pegs. And then there's a slight tiny peg right here that'll go into this hole right here. And it fits pretty flush down onto it. I mean, there's nothing like really sticking out that's really awkward or anything like that. It fits pretty well onto the head, so essentially just keep on pressing it and it would stick there. But I'm going to leave it open because I'm going to put in an eye to show you what the eye looks like in there. So these are some 16mm eyes that I have here. So like I mentioned before, they do not come with eyes, so you're going to have to get some. And like I said, you're going to have to either maneuver around the strings, or you're going to have to take them off and just be super careful. But I wanted to go ahead and show you what an eye looks like inside of them. So that's one there. Just do some adjusting if you want. That looks really cool. And of course, most of the other Hoodoo dolls, when they have these things here, they have like that eye mechanism thing in place, but these didn't come with one. So you're gonna have to use like a putty to keep the eyes in there. So that's what you're gonna have to do. Very similar to our other USD Fallen doll body that we've seen before, with the exception of some paws and some feet paws, if that makes any sense. So it's got little animal parts down here for the feet and for the hands. This is the Fallen doll USD body. This is like the human body. So I mean, they're very similar. I don't think there's really any difference other than just the hands and the feet. Everything else is pretty much spot on the same, except for the hands and the feet. Which, hello, this is a human, so it's got human parts, and then this one is the animal, so it has the animal parts. As far as mobility goes for a head, we can twist it from side to side. They can, of course, rotate it left and right, all the way around if you really need to do that. As far as looking up, we have a really good range of motion for up and for down. It's pretty fantastic, actually. So really, really nice range of motion for a head, and it really keeps it too, so it's not like it's not staying, so very, very, very nice there. Our two-part torso system here that we have, so it can pop out here at this angle right here, and then it can also go forward too, like in a hunch, which is really nice. If it needs to go from side to side, you can make it go from side to side. Even kind of like with a twist too. So it's really nice actually. I really like this body a lot for it. Our arms can extend all the way out. It has this part right here, which is the mechanics for the elbow, and when you separate it, it's got this little peanut piece here. So it's a pretty standard peanut piece that lets it kind of snap into a 90-degree angle, and this part can float around and it switch a position here. It can touch the face with this angle here, so that still works out pretty well. So yeah, anything else is gonna get kind of awkward, but I mean that's pretty much all you're gonna want to do as far as the arm. I don't think you're gonna do anything crazy with it. Let's take a look at these paws really quick. So this is what our paws look like. It's really nicely crafted. I actually really like them. You can even see they've even got like little padding here. If you separate the wrist from the hand, you can see there's a little hook there that holds the elastic in, so if you need to switch that out, you can do that there. You can actually add, like I said, I think I discovered this on the other one too. I don't know if this is like just a crazy flaw or if it's meant to do this, but it locks it into place once you push it down at a certain point, which is really kind of cool. So if you needed to, like, I don't know, switch it down and have it go like that, I can do that. Moving down to our legs. Really interesting stuff down here because a lot of them, like the Hujo dolls, like these guys, like it depends on like what way this part is facing that helps it stand or sit. So right now I have them facing this way, and so he's able to sit. He can stand with them this way, but like if you flip them around or flip them towards the inside and then just do some adjustments here, he can also stand like this too. It's really interesting when it comes to like the thigh joints there, because a lot of things can happen and can affect your pose depending on what ways those are facing. And this is really hard to do because this is on a cushion here, so he's not really standing very well because it's kind of the surface isn't really flat. If you look right here, it's really a standard ball and socket type deal. I mean, it's got a place here for the elastic to sit in once he's sitting down. That's where he'll sit in, and that's why it bends at this degree. If you open this up though, you'll notice that we have the swiveling thigh, and it's got these ridges in it, and that's to add traction because it's not gonna let the thigh kind of just swing around everywhere. It kind of has to click into place. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the swiveling thigh at work right there. So that's really nice. I like that. It kind of keeps it in place, and it'll ensure a position once you have it placed in that certain way. Looking down at our knees, looks very similar to that of our elbow. It's got the little floating peanut piece inside, which enables it to do the 90-degree angle, and then you could bend it one more time to make it go in all the way to where it's like a kneeling position, and then when it closes back up, it kind of goes back flush to itself, which is really nice. Moving down to our feet, you'll notice that we have little animal feet here. So you can see a little bit of a claw there, and then you have like a little bit of a pad there. If you take it apart, you've got yet another floating piece here with a hook, and everything will go back into its place. And the mobility is really nice. It can go down to an extent. It goes up really nice. And then side to side. And then of course it swivels. So all in all, I mean, just a really nice doll. Mainly if you're looking for an anther doll, this is definitely a good place to start, I think. And it's not badly priced either. I'm not quite sure if I mentioned at the beginning or not, but these are actually ABS dolls, so they're made out of ABS, which means it's not really resin, but it's like a plasticky material, and this one is actually cast really nicely. It's pretty thick. If you look at the inside of the pieces, it's not like thinly cast, it's actually casted pretty thickly, so it's really nice, which will make for good posing and stuff. It'll hold its poses quite nicely. Since they're made out of ABS, pretty much the same rules apply for face-ups and stuff, so if you're going to do face-ups on these guys, you can use the same materials like acrylic paints and chalk pastels and gloss, but the thing that's going to be different is that you can't use the same cleaning agents on them, such as Winsor and Newton, because the plastic will get eaten up by Winsor and Newton, so you're going to have to use a different cleaning agent. I've tried a couple of different things and I have some videos on them. I've used things such as like Simple Green, which is just a common household cleaning item thing that has cleaned the dolls pretty well. But definitely, as with anything, you're going to want to make sure you do your research before you do anything to these dolls. But I mean, all in all, I really like it. I think it's a really cute doll, and if you're really into the Anthros, this is definitely a good buy. So if you want to know more about these cool dolls by Fallen Doll, please go ahead and stop on by www.junkyspot.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to send me a message and I will try my best to get back to you as fast as I can. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will be seeing you guys in another video super soon. Bye! So, I thought I would be preemptive and answer this question before anybody asks. Can you put the Freya, which is this one right here, can you put the Freya head on the USD sized bodies? If you guessed no, then you are correct. Because if you notice, our friends here are, the neck circumferences are different. The USD sized bodies have like a really thick neck here, and the Hujo friends over here with the Freya bodies over here and the Freya heads and all that fun stuff, they have a smaller neck circumference. And I can show you firsthand because I know people are going to be like, well, did you try it? So yeah, I did try it, and this is what happened. It's not sitting on the neck at all. It's just kind of just chilling up there. And even if you were like, well, maybe I'll just try to pass it off anyway, it doesn't move very well because it's not sitting on the neck, so it's just kind of floating there. It's just like, whoop, on top. So, no, sorry, it doesn't work.